All right, let me go take a look here.
Are you checking the YouTube, Tim? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on another computer here and take a look at it. If I
Very
can
good.
find the link.
Welcome, newcomers, to our District 212
There it is.
Council meeting. We'll be getting started promptly at 9. Welcome, welcome. We like to see everybody's faces if possible, if you're not driving. And the chat is open for any technical questions you have. I'm Zoom Master Paul Van Dyke, and we'll be keeping an eye on things. If people are having any questions, feel free to use the chat.
And just noting that we are live to YouTube, so we are streaming. This is being recorded. So I don't know what you should do in response to that information, but
Everybody have their best game face on or off, if necessary.
Might want to comb your hair, or just make sure that everything's all good.
comb your hair, check your nails.
That's right. That's right.
Welcome, newcomers. People are still trickling in. We'll be getting started promptly at 9. Use the chat for any questions. I'm Zoom Master Paul Van Dyke. And we are live to the world, so best game face on or off as necessary.
How many are you expecting today?
In the purest technical sense, there were 106 invites that I sent on Wednesday. Those were people who had registered and indicated that they were planning on attending. And I believe there were maybe half a dozen additional people that reached out to Jim. And we have a few co-hosts. So I would be anticipating between 110 and 120, assuming that everybody shows up as they agreed to.
That's a little disappointing. Shouldn't there have been closer to 300?
That's a nice thought. I can say that a lot of the people attending are representing both votes for their club.
Oh, okay.
So, just me as an example, I'm carrying both of my club's votes. So, I mean, I count twice.
Okay.
Actually, technically, I count 3 times because I'm the IPDD for District 35, but So I
Yeah, I
think
try to
we
get both
actually
votes,
have
but
good representation.
I try to
Yeah.
get both votes, but my president of the club that's going to be in this district insisted on coming, so I only got one.
He wants to attend too. He doesn't trust you.
Oh, really?
Welcome, newcomers. We're 4 minutes away from game time. Welcome to the District 212 Council meeting. Use the chat for any questions. I'm Zoom Master Paul Van Dyke, and we're keeping an eye on it. We love to see everybody. If you're safe and not driving, turn on the cameras, wave at us. It's best game face on or off, as we are streaming live to the internet.
Also, for anybody who has any potential challenges or issues accessing your email, as a reminder, all of the ballots are going to be sent via your email that you used when you registered. So you may want to verify that that email is up and running and happy and not prompting you for your password because something weird happened and you have to go find your password. So, yeah.
I'm just curious, since you're using Election Buddy, why did you bother using YouTube to stream this instead of just letting everybody use the Zoom link to come in, even if they're not credentialed?
That is a decision that I don't believe any of us on the call were involved in making. That was
Oh,
Jim
okay.
Coley asking for the streaming. In the most optimistic sense, I would say that we were originally thinking we were going to have less than 100, and we wanted all of the many, many, many members of D212 to be able to access things.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know that we were going to be bumping up the meeting capacity until later, but it also makes it so that the council members are the ones on the call, so we don't have as much sorting and, that sort of thing to figure out, is somebody a council member, and, all of that sort of thing when they want to speak.
Just curious, because when we did the one for 211, we didn't do it separately. We just had everybody on the 211 call, and we didn't have any issues.
Yep. At a certain point, I just set up the meeting links that people ask me to set up.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Sometimes we don't get a choice. We just do what they tell us.
Well, and there is sometimes a comforting feeling in not having to make all the decisions.
That's true.
So,
Yep.
All right, welcome newcomers to the District 212 Council meeting. We are 1 minute away from game time. This is a fantastic environment to practice cameras on, unless you're driving. And we are streaming live to the internet. I will keep monitoring the chat. I'm Zoom Master Paul Van Dyke. Please feel free to find, use, and take advantage of the chat for any questions you have that we can have people answer, because we can't have everybody talking at once. And I like the sound of my own voice.
Well, I don't mind cameras on when I'm driving, but all you'll see is the back end of my cup holder, so it doesn't really show you much.
it's the all Starbucks all the time feed.
I assume there's going to be a slide that's going to tell you how you want it named.
Correct. That'll be coming up as we get into it.
Okay.
But feel free to practice finding where you can rename yourselves, because that will be very important. And you can see several people in the meeting have kind of the format laid out.
Lots of familiar faces coming into the meeting.
Yes, 83 people here. Woo!
There we
Welcome.
go.
All right, this is the final welcome for newcomers to our District 212 Council meeting. Please take advantage of the chat for questions. I'm Zoom Master Paul Van Dyke, and looking forward to helping people with questions that appear there. And I'd like to invite Tom to kick us off.
Tell you what, this is Dick Hawley, and I'll be chairing the
There we
meeting
go.
today.
Sorry, Dick.
Yep. And I'd like to welcome everyone. It's really an honor to chair this meeting today. I looked at the participants that are in on this call.
You're muted.
Sorry, Dick, you got muted.
Thank you, and welcome to everyone. It's really an honor to chair this meeting today. I looked at the names of the participants that have come on so far, and to me, it's like an all-star team of the leaders of 19, 30, 35, and 54. It's kind of like the best and the brightest of those districts. It's truly an impressive gathering. A little bit of my background. I joined Toastmasters back in 1981 as a charter member of the Century Insurance Toastmasters in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and had a 33-year career at Century, the last 25 in human resources, and now retired and living in Arizona. So I'm just a little after 7 a.m. in the morning and on my third cup of coffee. I'll begin this meeting with a couple of thoughts regarding what we're about to experience today. While working in human resources, I taught a class called Change Response. Our natural initial reaction to change is negative. Why can't things remain the same? But leaders overcome that fear and look at the positives involved with the change and help others adjust to that change. Some of you are fairly new to Toastmasters, and I thank you for focusing on the leadership track. Others have been with the organization for many years. Those of you who have been around for a while have experienced two significant changes the last decade. In 2018, we moved to the Pathways program. That was a huge transition from using manuals to obtain our directions to the online system. That was a big change, and the introduction of pathways truly was a pretty rocky road as it was being fine-tuned to make it easier to maneuver. During that time, we lost a lot of Toastmaster members because of the change, as well as leaders. But you stayed and helped others see the value of the new program. A couple years later, COVID hit. That was bad. We're an organization that helps people overcome their fear of public speaking, and we weren't speaking in public anymore. Clubs had to pivot to virtual meetings, and that was a struggle. Many clubs were lost. Many members left, as well as leaders, but you stayed, helping all of us move eventually to virtual clubs, hybrid clubs, virtual training, and hybrid conferences. So whether you're a club president, VP of education, an area director, division director, part of the trio, or held those roles in the past, we appreciate your commitment to Toastmasters. And whether you've been a Toastmaster for 2 years or 20 years, you now have the opportunity to say you were part of the leadership team helping with the birth of District 212 and ensuring its future success. We're glad you're here. All right, got some business on hand. To begin with, I'd like to state that Toastmasters International mandates the agenda items, but we'll try to move along as efficiently as possible so that you can go back to enjoying your Saturday and the rest of your weekend. The first item of business is the appointment of the administrative manager to take the minutes of this historic event. Without objection, the chair appoints distinguished Toastmaster Terry McGregor, past district director, as the administrative manager. I'm also pleased to announce Tom Rosga, DTM, past district governor, as parliamentarian for today's meeting. The meeting is being recorded. Please read along with this important notice from Toastmasters International. By attending this district council meeting, you agree to the privacy policy of Toastmasters International, as well as the associated remote hosting service. Some of your personal information, such as name, image, and any shared messages, may be shared with the meeting participants and will be recorded by Toastmasters International, who may use the recording in the future as it sees fit. Your remote attendance hereby discharges Toastmasters International from all claims, demands, rights, promises, damages, and liabilities arising out of or in connection with the use or distribution of said video recordings, including but not limited to any claims for invasion of privacy, appropriation of likeness, or defamation. Now, to have a successful online meeting, I'd ask Paul Van Dyke, Zoom Master, to explain the Zoom meeting protocol. Paul?
Please rename yourselves using the following format that you're seeing on the screen. If you are unfamiliar with how to rename, what you do is look for a renaming option over your camera or your name, and it will pop up a menu for renaming. The renaming format is here on the screen. Please, everyone, take a moment right now as we move through the rest of the rules to find and rename yourselves. Next slide. Attendee audio is muted unless recognized by the chair. Zoom technical support, please use the chat. Talk to me if necessary directly, or just put questions in. I and Tim are monitoring. The chat is available only to chat with host, co-host, or panelists during any voting. Using the raise hand function to be recognized when appropriate. That's also in a menu option under reactions and shares in Zoom. Comments during debate will be limited to 2 minutes. Before speaking, please state your name and position. And for any guest who wishes to speak, you must ask the chair for permission. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. The next thing on the agenda is the reading of the district mission. And it's really a short but sweet summary of what we do in Toastmasters. It's we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. You know, as I stated in my opening remarks, we do have an all-star team at this meeting. I would like to acknowledge the following dignitaries. If you're a past international president, past international director, immediate past district governor or director, or current district leader, please click the raise your hand button in Zoom so that we can thank you for your years of service. Would you please click that button so we can all see you? Thank you so much. It's people like you that keep this organization going, besides the changes that we go through as an organization as we grow. All right, the next item of business is a report of the Credentials Committee. The chair recognizes Credentials Chair Jim Vetrano, VC5. Jim?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And welcome to the new Toastmasters District 212. And thanks to all of you for participating in the credentialing process for today's inaugural District Council meeting. This process helped us both determine whether there is a quorum to conduct business today and set up the online election process for the voting the council will be doing. In District 212, there are 123 total clubs, 111 of which are in good standing as of the close of registration. Since each club receives 2 votes to allow their presidents and VPs of education to vote here, that means there are 222 club officer votes available. We need at least 1/3 of them present to have a quorum, and that's a minimum of 74 club officer votes. 133 club officer votes are represented here today. 39 district officers who do not count toward quorum are also represented, so that means a total of 172 votes available. Should vote counting be necessary, a majority will be 87 votes, and a 2/3 vote will be 115 votes. Again, thank you all for being here, expressing your views, and helping get this new district off to a successful start. Respectfully submitted on May 16th, 2026, Jim Vetrano, District 212 Credentials Chair.
Thank you, Jim. Are there any questions about the Credentials Committee report? All right. Without objection, the Credentials Committee report is adopted as presented, and a quorum is present. Thank you, Jim, and your committee for the great job they did. Appreciate it. All right. Next order of business. This is the one that's going to get everybody involved in this meeting. So it's the practice voting with election buddy. We'll again call on Jim Vetrano to explain the voting procedure. Jim?
Great. Thank you again, Mr. Chair. This morning, we're going to take you through the process and we're going to do a practice vote. If you have not yet received an email from Election Buddy, don't panic. We haven't sent them yet. You won't receive those emails until the test voting begins in a couple of minutes. A couple of hints when the messages do come out. First of all, check the email address that you registered with. Hopefully that's one that you have access to today and not one locked away at work. It will take seconds to perhaps a minute or two for the email to actually travel and reach your mailbox. So hit refresh and see if that helps bring your message in. It's possible it might go to your spam folder, so check there. I'll also point out that the email will come from Toastmasters District 212, and the subject line will contain the words D212 ballot. So those will give you a couple of things that you can search on. The email will look quite a bit like this. You can see at the bottom there's a blue link that will take you to the ballot, and there's an access key and a password that you'll use when you log in. Don't share those because those are unique to you. But when you click the link, you'll see a sign-in screen much like the one there on the right. You can fill in the access key and password that are there, and you can then click the sign-in button. It'll turn orange. You'll only receive one message. Election Buddy knows how many votes you carry, so it will take care of the waiting for you. After you log in, you'll see a screen like this. You'll see another orange button. It may have a slightly different name, but when you click that, it will take you to the first vote, which again will be our test vote. That'll then bring you to a ballot, and there are 2 steps to submitting your vote. The first one is here on the left. You can see the choices, and you can see the circles along the right-hand side of the screen. Make your choice there, and then click the orange button. That'll bring up a confirmation screen on the right. You can go back and change your vote if you need to. If it recorded it correctly, click the other orange button on the far right, and that will submit your vote. You will then see a screen that looks like this. This is your confirmation screen, and your vote is now counted. After you click this next vote button that you see here, you'll be taken to another screen, which is a waiting screen. You can see the words, "Please do not close this page," are highlighted in green. The subsequent votes will automatically come up when we start them in that screen. So again, don't close this page. If you happen to do it by mistake, you can go back to the ballot email, click the link, and sign in again, and you'll pick up where you leave off. So don't sweat too much if you do that. Each vote will be set up to give you 5 minutes to vote. The practice vote that we'll do initially will be slightly longer. I think it's set for 7 minutes. If there are questions, I would put them in the chat. Is there anything more on the next slide, or is this the time to start the practice vote?
Start practice.
Okay, give me one moment here to get the
Yeah,
practice
some
vote
of
set.
some of them were not able to look at the slides that you were sharing.
I've been seeing the shared screen here. I'm not.
Yep, the screen is being shared. If anyone is not able to see it, please check your equipment or your configuration. The slides were being shared. Let's start the practice vote.
Okay. Practice vote is now set up with Election Buddy. I will start it now. Again, you can start looking for your emails. This vote is set up for 7 minutes. Please watch for your emails.
I'm going to share my screen so that we have something to look at while we pass the time waiting on this practice vote. Everyone, please go out there and make sure you're looking for that practice vote and sending that in.
I am seeing the first few votes come in, so that is good news.
What about password?
In the email that you received, there is a access code and a password. Those need to be provided after you click the link. I recommend copying them over from the email. We set the timer. We'll give it another minute. What do you think, Jim? You may have already
Yep,
exited.
the election is set up with a predefined length of time. It'll run for about another 4 minutes.
Okay, I'll set the timer to another 4 minutes.
Ceiling got more of my secrets than anyone who knows me. And hands on my chest, feel that restless beat. If you're right here in this bedroom, why's your silence all I hear? Lord, tell me what you want from me. Am I running or am I free if I break? Are you gonna stay, Lord? Tell me I'm gonna be okay. Lord, tell me, 'cause I'm hanging by your name. Mama says, baby, you've been like this before, but she never felt this shaking deep down in her core. Scrolling through verses, but the words blur out. If you wrote every single sunrise, can you write me out this doubt? Lord, tell me what you want from me. Am I running or am I free if I break? Are you gonna stay, Lord? Tell me I'm gonna be okay. Lord, tell me, 'cause I'm hanging by your name. If I let go of every plan, will you still hold my trembling hands? If I lose all I ever knew, is it finally just me and you? Lord, tell me what you want from me. Am I running or am I free if I break? Are you gonna stay, Lord? Tell me I'm gonna be okay. Lord, tell me, 'cause I'm hanging by your name. Woke up with the sunlight on a floor I used to hate. Photos in a shoebox, dusty, but they're out my way. replayed every moment, paused on every fault line, but I'm done with that movie.
All right, Jim, you want to see how that turned out?
Sure, the election still says running. I think it will finish in seconds.
All right, I'll reshare again. Well, Jim will go and double check that everything came through well on the practice vote.
In my election buddy, it says voting ends in 1 minute and 6 seconds.
I forgive my younger self.
Okay. Thanks for that. I wonder if it gave additional time while it was sending the emails. It shows an end time here of 9:22, which has passed, but it still says it's running.
Yeah, mine says 3.5 minutes. Interesting.
I wonder if that was the time remaining when you submitted your vote.
Yeah, it's probably not synchronized with the server.
The memories, letting every old ghost go.
I'll set this to display that we are waiting for Jim to check the votes.
Of everything I should have said, every word stuck in my head. I won't live at the door of a life I beg for.
Hopefully everybody's hearing the sound.
The voting, yep, the election went to ended. So
All right,
we'll
Jim, please go and check it
don't
out.
mind. I'll grab the screen and I'll share the results.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Great. This is what the results looked like. We got 90 ballots out of our set of voters. Blue received 88 votes, green 21, red 28, yellow 3 votes. So this is how results will be presented. Hopefully the election experience worked out for everybody. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Jim. I was glad to see that Postmaster Blue was the winning color. All right. The next item of business is the adoption of the agenda for the business meeting that was published prior to the meeting. It also is in chat. Are there any changes to the agenda as distributed? If so, please click the raise your hand button. All right, without objection, the agenda is adopted as published. Okay, the next order of business is the new District 212 Alignment Committee
We
report.
did get a late hand raised. Larry, did you want to unmute and ask a question, or is that an error?
Okay,
Larry? He just put his hand down. I think we're good. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're good. We're
All right.
we're slow, but we're good.
All right.
Alignment report. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, the chair recognizes Alignment Committee member Harriet Esther Allen to present the committee report. Harriet?
Okay, just a second here. All right, everything visible as it should be?
Not
Harriet, I
yet.
don't believe, let's see, we're still seeing Tom Rosga's screen. Are you sharing
All
your
right,
screen?
hang on a second. I thought I was. Hang on. Oh, yes, I need to click share, don't I?
There we go.
That would help. Well, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I'm delighted to be with all of you this morning. My name is Harriet Esther Allen. I'm serving as president at Eastside Madison Toastmasters in District 35. And I've also been associated with the District 212 Alignment Committee. It is my pleasure this morning to share with you the Alignment Committee report. The purpose of the Alignment Committee was to bring together the 4 districts involved in our new boundaries for District 212 and to organize ourselves into 5 new divisions according to Toastmasters Protocol 7.0. And as you can see, there are some really significant benefits as a result of this reorganization here. Number one, for certain, we have a much stronger pool of leaders across the district, including international presidents, directors, and region advisors. Additionally, guess what? There's a whole lot more of you and me, and I am really super excited for all of us to get to know each other, to learn and grow as Toastmasters. As you can see, the boundaries of the new district include portions of northern Illinois, Iowa, Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and Wisconsin. And if you're kind of wondering what that might look like, there you go. Ta-da! At this point, I would like to recognize all the members of the District 212 committee. And I wanted to just recognize and thank you all for your participation in this significant and monumental event, as was shared earlier. Some of the criteria, in fact, the most important criteria for our new alignment includes these things as set forth by Toastmasters International. That there are to be no more than 9 divisions in a district, at least 4 areas per division, no fewer than 4 or greater than 6 clubs in good standing per area. That, of course, all of the clubs should be in reasonable geographic proximity to one another, and that we would take into account balancing both the needs of the clubs and the area directors in order that the area directors can effectively provide service to our members. Additional criteria to take into account was potential loss of clubs in areas of divisions, the size and strength of clubs, prospective clubs and their expected growth, low and ineligible clubs to be included, as well as advanced clubs may not be segregated into areas, and areas cannot be segregated by club type. Good. You can see there that we have 5 now, we've got 5 new divisions. Division A contains 26 clubs from District 35. Division B contains 24 clubs from District 35. Division C will be a combination of 14 clubs from District 19 and 11 clubs from District 54. Division D will contain 23 clubs from District 35, and Division E will contain 25 clubs out of District 30. And if you were a little bit wondering what this might look like or how it affects you, you can actually, if you have not yet already, you can go to the new district, the District 212 website, council website, where you can see an illustration of this, and you can look up your own club and see how it fits in. And here, as a result of dividing up all of these new divisions, the council was also able to assign 5 areas each. And now, on behalf of the Alignment Committee, I move that the District 212 Alignment Report for 2026 to 2027 be adopted.
Thank you. Thank you, Helen. I just have a couple reminders here that if this report is rejected, the board of directors will decide for you, and that is factual. Plus another thing, this alignment becomes effective July 1st. So next spring, District 212, as all as our other districts, will look at this alignment and decide 9 months from now, does this work? Do we need to fine tune it? Do we need to realign it to make sure it goes smoother? So are there any questions regarding the Alignment Committee report? Are there any objections? All right, the motion before us is to accept the proposed alignment for 2026, 2027. The Zoom master will send out an approve or oppose vote to the email you registered for this meeting. You will have 5 minutes to go to your email and cast your ballot. A majority of those present and voting will determine if the alignment passes or further refinement is needed. And Zoom Master, please inform the chair when the ballots have been sent out. And after 5 minutes, please verbally inform the chair with the results of that vote.
Thank you,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair.
Jim.
The voting has been started. If you're still on the screen that said do not close this window, it should now take you to an alignment report vote. If you don't have it, you can reuse the email you received during the test vote and log back in. And this vote will run for 5 minutes.
I'll share my screen with a countdown while everybody is doing this, so we're kept slightly entertained. Don't mind the man behind the curtain.
Laughing at the mess on the towel.
Hopefully my sound is coming through.
Thinking I'm not theirs anymore. They got stories about what you should be. You got mornings they don't ever see. Good or bad, no one can judge you. They don't know the storms you drove through. Every scar you hide shows you. Good or bad, no one can judge you. No one. No one. You wore that shirt they said was too loud. Walk right past that plastic crowd. Heartbeat fast, but your feet stayed slow. Every step said, I say so. They got pictures of a perfect day. You got secrets that you learned the hard way. Good or bad, no one can judge you. They don't know the storms you drove through. Every scar you hide, it shows you. Good or bad, no one can judge you. No one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who was there when you couldn't breathe? Who held you when you had to leave? If they weren't there when it cut that deep, why should their words sink that steep? Good or bad, no one can judge you. They don't know the storms you drove through. Every scar you hide, it shows you. Good or bad, no one can judge you. Alarm on the nightstand, coffee in a chip white cup. Same road, same houses, but something in my chest wakes up. You laugh in the doorway, shoes half on, hair undone. Say, today feels different, like standing at my own one. Feel the beat of new beginning. Sunrise promise in our hands. Every shadow slowly thinning as the light climbs over land. We were made for this first moment. Hearts in rhythm, soft and honest. Feel the beat of new beginning. circle a date on the wall calendar in pen. Say I'm done with almost, this is where the change steps in. Feel the beat of new beginning. Sunrise promise in our hands. Every shadow slowly thinning as the light climbs over land. We were made for this first moment. Hearts in rhythm.
Thanks, Mr. Zoom Master. The election software has reached the end of its time.
Feel the beat of new beginning.
Very good. Do you need extra time to check results and get back to us?
Nope, they are available instantly. So I will share those results here. For the alignment report, there were 140 votes to approve and 0 votes to oppose.
All right, thank you so much for that. And to confirm, the votes to approve were 140 and the votes to oppose were 0. I hereby proclaim that the alignment is approved and that the district director-elect will submit the set alignment to world headquarters by July 1st, 2026. I would like to thank the alignment committee chair, Tom Roska, and the rest of the committee for their work on this project. That had to be a very time-consuming effort to put that all together, and we appreciate the work they put into that. All right, moving on. Next on the agenda is the new District 12 Leadership Committee report. The chair recognizes Robert Wall, past district director, and the chair of the 212 Leadership Committee for an update and to answer any of your questions and concerns. Robert?
Thank you, Chairman Hawley. I am Robert Wall, the past district director for District 35, and I am the District 212 Leadership Committee chair. A deadline was given of February 28th of 2026 for district leader nominations. Each candidate who declared their intent to run, or any candidate nominated by a third party by this deadline, was contacted by the District Leadership Committee to interview for their intended roles. The DLC nominates the following candidates by majority vote for each of the following offices. Offices with more than one candidate are listed in alphabetical order by last name or surname. For District Director, Ashley Bonner, Yuri Casenedy. For Program Quality Director, Bryson Bernardi, Matthew Chavers. For Club Growth Director, Varad Kenchipuram. For Division Director, Division A, Robert Lambert. For Division Director, Division B, Yuri Casenedy. For Division Director, Division C, Rachel Berry. For Division Director, Division D, Natalie Novak. For Division Director, Division E, Venkata Yadavalli. The DLC chair wishes to extend much gratitude to the members of this year's committee: Keith Essex, DTM, Joshua Matthews, Terry McGregor, DTM, Francis Molina, DTM, Kelly Martin, Dietmar Wagenecht, DTM, Jerry Ward, DTM, Rhonda Williams, DTM, and Tom Willison, DTM. Respectfully submitted March 4th, 2026 by Robert Wall, DTM, 2025-2026, District 212 DLC Chair. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Robert, and thank the members of your committee for the work they put in on this. As chair, I'd like to place the following nominations into consideration. For District Director, Ashley Bonner, IP5, Yuri Casenedy, VC3. For Program Quality Director, since Robert's report, Bryson Bernardi has withdrawn his name for consideration for the Program Quality Director position, so we will only have one candidate for that position, Matthew Chavers, DTM. For Club Growth Director, Varad Kitchapuram, DL5. Okay. For District Director, for District 212 in alphabetical order, the following names have been nominated: Ashley Bonner, IPS, and Yuri Casenedy, VC3. The chair was not notified of any additional candidates wishing to contest the race of district director 7 days prior. Any eligible candidate must provide notification 7 days prior to the district council meeting of their intention to be a candidate for a contested district office position. Since there cannot be further nominations, nominations are closed. In alphabetical order, each candidate will give a 2-minute speech. The timing cards are green at 1 minute and 30 seconds, yellow at 1 minute and 45 seconds, and red at 1 minute and 55 seconds. At 2 minutes, the microphone will be turned off. The timer will virtually raise their hand, which will put the timer in the top left-hand side of the speaker's view. Is that being posted? And Ashley, can you see the timer?
I cannot.
I will, sorry, make myself visible. I am serving as timer. 1 second. All right, I have raised my hand, should put me at the top of the thing, and I will test cycle through backgrounds so that you can see the timing effects right now. Are you seeing me as timer?
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, for district director, Ashley Bonner, IP5. Ashley?
Fellow Toastmasters, every great story has a turning point. For the members of our 4 distinct districts, that turning point is today. We aren't just rearranging a map, we are beginning a brand new volume. I'm standing here as candidate for district director and as a co-author, ready to help every member and club in District 212 find their voice in this first historic chapter. My Toastmasters journey began in 2018. From club officer to program quality director and every stop in between, I have demonstrated consistent dedication to the Pathways program from the beginning. Each position has provided me with significant leadership experience and effectively prepared me for my forthcoming responsibilities as district director. I've learned that leadership isn't about the title, it's about the momentum we create for others. As I continue to work on my Toastmasters journey, my focus is on my own accolades, but on our collective mission. We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. I believe the best way to do that is by recognizing the unique qualities every member and club brings to this new table. My vision for the inaugural year of District 212 is 4 legacies, 1 narrative. We will honor the history of where we came from, but our focus will be firmly forward. My goals are simple. Unified recognition, ensuring every member and club from every corner of our new map is seen and celebrated. Connected success, building bridges across our new borders to foster a thriving, supportive community. And transparent leadership, ensuring you always know exactly where our story is headed. In District 212, the first page is blank and the pen is in our hands. My name is Ashley Bonner, and I ask for your vote for District Director. Let's make Chapter 1 a bestseller. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ashley. All right, Yuri, can you see the timer?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, for district director, Yuri Casinity, VC3. Yuri?
Good morning, fellow district council members. When I returned from the spring conference about a week ago, I came back not only with all the knowledge gained, but tools. I have a hammer and I have a lever. And when I thought about these tools, what came to mind were 3 qualities that they both share: clarity, consistency, and connectivity. Because these tools together help make a project go faster, smoother, and without any one of these tools, it's difficult to accomplish a goal. And that got me thinking that clarity consistency, and connectivity are the same qualities that can be applied to our soon-to-be District 212 and all the clubs in our district. My priority then is to use these three qualities to blend them into focusing on every club and their needs and apply each of these qualities in the best way possible to fit the club's needs. And by being connected with each other, we can further achieve our individual goals, our club goals, and then the district goals. My vision is to help every club member, every club to achieve those set goals for listening to them, applying their feedback, and offering a path to solution that makes sense for them. With my team, I will plan to go through all the foggy and murky conditions and clear a path ahead for all the club members to end up thriving and feeling the best they can about their direction under the guidance of a proven team. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuri. Okay, I now call for the ballots to be marked and cast. Indicate your preference by quickly and clearly on the ballot mark District Director by a check mark by the name you want to vote for. The chair reminds the District Council that it takes a majority of those present and voting to be elected. You have 4 minutes to make that choice. Paul, please let me know when the 4 minutes has expired so I can officially close the poll. Candidates have an option to have someone present to observe while the votes are being counted. Please make yourself known to the Zoom master, Jim Vertano.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The voting has been started. It will run for 5 minutes. I'd like to clarify that the countdown time displayed on the shared screen is approximate. We had a comment from somebody who noticed that there was still some time left at the time the election closed before. So that time is approximate. For this vote, there is an election observer, so I and the observer will go to a breakout room to observe the counting of ballots. We will be back after the election is closed. Thank you.
At this time, the breakout rooms are available only for those functionaries. You can find function to move yourself to the breakout room under the menus. If you cannot,
that
I'm happy to move
electronically,
somebody.
what's to watch?
Ah, yes, we'll get a counter up and get things going.
Mr. Paul, this is Bharat. Can I have a quick question?
Sorry, say again?
I have a quick question. I don't see the timer. Is that something I have to change my view here?
I've stopped raising my hand because we are not doing a timer for this particular event. I'm about to share a timer for while we're waiting on votes to come back.
Okay, thank you.
It's something to keep ourselves busy.
Yeah, thank you.
You won't need a timer, Varad. There's nobody competing against you, so you won't need to speak.
Okay.
Follow why I gotta bend just to fit in the hollow. If I didn't sign it, why you calling it mine?
An approximate time is visible. Everybody should be looking for their votes.
Dress code dead still. Smile more, I swear. You keep changing bar, and you ask why I stumble. You call it tradition, I just hear a threat. Not my rules, why I have to follow. Why I gotta bend just to fit in the hollow. If I didn't sign it, why you calling it mine? Not my rules, not my rules. This time decided this was sacred? Who got crowned the keeper of the line? If all of this was built before I made it, why is the whole way hanging from my spine? You said, stay up, it might start soon. Mugs on the sill, steam in the room. Cartoon socks, your hair half tied, weather map glowing, you by my side. Wake me up and say snow tale when the whole town turns so pale. Let it fall, let it cover all the fail. Wake me up and say snow tale. Street lamp halos, world gone soft.
How many more minutes should I put on this visible counter, Tim? He may be off checking them out now. We are waiting on Boast.
Yeah, he's over in the functionary room.
I'll pop over.
Yep.
Count to 3. If it sticks, you stay with me. If it melts, we start again. Write a new one. Same old pen. Same old pen. Wake me up and say snow tale when the whole town turns so pale.
Mr. Chair, the election has ended.
Wake me up and say snow tale.
All right.
And I can now share the results. For District Director, Ashley Bonner received 104 votes, and Eureka Kennedy received 41 votes. Oh, did somebody share again?
Yep, take your share back, Jim.
Yep, I'll display it again. Ashley Bonner, 104 votes. Eureka Kennedy, 41 votes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for voting, and I'll confirm 104 votes for Ashley and 41 votes for Yuri. I declare Ashley Bonner the 2026-2027 District Director of District 212. Congratulations to your District Director-elect, Ashley Bonner. All right. Matthew Chambers, DTM, has been nominated for Program Quality Director for District 212. The chair has not been notified of any additional candidate wishing to contest the race Program Quality Director 7 days prior. Any candidate must provide notification 7 days prior to the district council meeting of their intention to be a candidate for the contested district officer position. Since there cannot be further nominations and there's only one candidate, I declare that nominations are closed and instruct the administrative manager to cast a single ballot for Matthew Chavers, DTM, and declare him elected as the incoming District 212 Program Quality Director for 2026-2027. Please give a round of applause for our newly elected Program Quality Director, Matthew Chavers, DTM. All right, Rod Kitchapiram, DL5, has been nominated for a club growth director for District 212. The chair has not been notified of any additional candidate wishing to contest the race for club growth director 7 days prior. Any candidate must provide notification 7 days prior to the district council meeting of their intention to be a candidate for a contested district officer position. Since there can be no further nominations and there's only one candidate for this position, I declare that nominations are closed and instruct the administrative manager to cast a single ballot for Rod Kitchapiram, DL5, and declare him elected as the incoming District 212 Club Growth Director for District 212. Please give a round of applause for your newly elected District 212 Club Growth Director for 2026, Rod Kitchapiram. All right. The following names have been put forward for the position of District 212 Division Directors during the 2026-27 term from the DLC report. Division A, Robert Lambert, EH5. Division B, Yuri Casinity, VC3. Division C, Rachel Berry, DL5. Division D, Natalie Novak, EC4. Division E, Venkata Yadavalli, MS5. Since there is only one candidate for each office, the chair declares the nominations closed and instructs the administrative manager to cast a single ballot for the slate of division directors and declares them elected as the incoming District 212 division directors. Please join me in a round of applause for our newly elected division directors for District 212. Congratulations to all of you. Okay, congratulations to the entire elected team of officers for the 2026-27 term. I would ask at this time, invite the District 212 District Governor-elect Ashley to address the council. Ashley?
Fellow Toastmasters and members of our inaugural District 212, the pen is no longer in just my hands, it's in all of ours. Thank you for the trust that you placed in me to serve as your first district director. When I spoke to you earlier, I talked about a turning point. Standing here now, that turning point has become a reality. We are no longer candidates or voters. We are one team, one district, and the authors of a brand new narrative. My journey since 2018 has taught me that the most powerful stories in Toastmasters aren't written by the people at the lectern, but by the members in the seats. It's written in the clubs where a new member finds their confidence and the mentorships that bridge the gap between I can't and I did. For instance, I'd like to thank my mentor, Curtis Scroggins, who helped me with my journey to district director-elect. As we move forward with our vision of 4 legacies, 1 narrative, my commitment to you is this. I will listen to the history you bring from your previous districts. I will work to ensure that new borders feel like bridges, not barriers. And I will lead with transparency, I promise, so that every member and club in District 212 has the support it needs to achieve excellence. Our first page is no longer blank. With this vote, we have written the first sentence in Chapter 1. Now let's get to work on the rest of the book. I'm honored to be your district director-elect. Let's make this inaugural year a masterpiece. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Ashley. Looking forward to this team moving us into the next year of Toastmasters and really, you're the mothers of the birth of 212. So thank you so much for taking on those roles. Upon adjournment of the District Council's annual meeting, all election results are final. Results of election must be displayed on the district website and may also be announced in other public forums as soon as possible following adjournment of the meeting. All ballots are retained for 24 hours following close of meeting for review only by the district director or district credentials chair as necessary, and immediately thereafter destroyed by the district director and district credentials chair. All right, the final order of business is a report from the District 212 Transition Committee chaired by past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Chris Poole. Chris?
Thank you so much, and good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I am Chris Poole. You just heard that name. And we are making sure that my screen share, you're seeing the large screen. Is that correct? Yes. All right. I am a 21-year member of Toastmasters, 4-time DTM, past district director for District 35. And I have had the honor of serving as chair of the District Transition Committee for District 212. Today, I will provide a high-level overview of the transition process, the work completed by our ad hoc committees, and the collaborative efforts that have brought us to this moment. The District Transition Committee, or DTC, operated with 3 guiding principles. First, to maintain a clear focus on the work necessary to form the newly aligned District 212. Second, to ensure minimal disruption to our legacy districts, 19, 30, 35, and 54, so their leaders could remain focused on the district mission. We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. And third, to research current processes across the legacy districts and develop thoughtful recommendations to support informed decision-making by the newly elected District 212 leadership team. These priorities allowed us to remain structured, intentional, and aligned. As chair, my responsibility was to guide and coordinate the overall transition project, excluding the realignment and the alignment and the district leadership. The project began with guidance and deadlines from World Headquarters. From there, we developed a comprehensive task list and timeline. And yes, that list evolved and changed several different times. World Headquarters recommended 7 ad hoc committees, temporary committees created specifically for this transition. I recruited over 30 members from across all 4 legacy districts, appointed committee chairs, and engaged subject matter experts as needed. My leadership approach was intentionally collaborative. This was never meant to be a Chris Poole project or a District 35 project. It was designed to reflect the collective insight and experience of members from all 4 districts. One of the most impactful decisions was participating in weekly collaboration meetings with the DTC chairs from Districts 30 and to 11, sharing challenges, sharing ideas, sharing best practices. In addition, regular progress reports were submitted to the Group 9 Transition Chair, Jim Coley, to ensure transparency and accountability. This transition has truly been a collaborative effort. Working alongside District 30 and District 211 allowed us to broaden our own perspectives. Each DTC chair approached certain committees and topics differently, and that diversity strengthened our final recommendations. Within District 212's DTC, members represented all 4 legacy districts. There was a shared sense of purpose and a genuine commitment to building a strong foundation for the future. Not all committee members had the same amount of time to contribute, but every voice was value, which translated to a stronger District 212. I was especially encouraged by the number of newer Toastmasters with less than 2 years experience who stepped forward. Even in small ways, they participated. That willingness to engage, this speaks volumes about the future leadership of District 212. To ensure a comprehensive review, committees were established across key operational areas from World Headquarters: technology and websites, club and district leadership training, district operating procedures, recognition programs and incentives, public relations and communication, district events, finance and assets. As the work progressed, we identified overlap between several committees and were able to combine them into main 4 committee areas and overseeing committee chairs. Several members served in multiple capacities to maintain continuity due to that overlap. I did create one additional committee, history and legacy preservation, because while we are stepping into District 212, we want to honor the history that brought us here today. Looking back, what our committees were tasked with was probably a little bit daunting given the timeline of less than 5 months. Each committee began by gathering current district data and reviewing existing processes. They compared similarities and differences. They identified strengths and opportunities. They evaluated effectiveness, considering efficiency, scalability, and member impact. AI tools did assist us in amassing the large quantities of data and identifying patterns. And finally, they compiled formal recommendations to support future decision-making. As we move forward to the end of the 2025-2026 Toastmasters year, the focus now shifts to partnership. All recommendations and final reports will be shared with the District 220 for the 2026-2027 elected District 212 leadership team. While the ad hoc committees have completed their formal assignments, many members stand ready to provide clarification and continued support. Our goal remains the same: continuity, stability, and a smooth transition. I would like to recognize several individuals for their leadership and partnership. From District 30, Don Williams, and District 211, Elaine Curry, my counterparts as the DTC chairs. Our realignment chair, Tom Rozga. Our district leadership committee chair, Robert Wall. And a special appreciation to our Group 9 transition chair, Jim Coley. Thank you all for your guidance, your trust, and your steady leadership. It has been a privilege working alongside each of you. To our committee chairs, our members, and contributors, please accept my deepest gratitude. You gave generously of your time. You shared your knowledge and experience. You invested your energy and your heart into something bigger than any one district. This transition was not the work of one person or one team. It was the result of many individuals coming together with a shared vision for the future of District 212. I would like to extend special appreciation to our 4 main committee chairs, Judy Bauer, Jason Foyt, Harry McGregor, and Dorcas Matthew. Your leadership, steady commitment, and willingness to serve made a meaningful difference. If any name has been unintentionally omitted, please know that every effort, every idea, and every hour contributed has been noticed and sincerely valued. District 212 stands on the foundation you helped build. District 212 will officially begin operations on July 1, 2026, a mere 46 days from today. As we close this chapter and begin a new one, may we carry forward the strength of our history, the unity of our present, and a bold vision for what we will accomplish together. District 212 represents continuity of mission, expanded collaboration, and renewed opportunity for leadership, service, and excellence. The work of transition is nearly complete. The foundation has been laid, and the future is ours to build. We are not just forming a new district, but together are shaping a legacy. Welcome to District 212. Respectfully submitted, Chris Poole, DTM PDD, District 212 DTC Chair. Back to you, Mr.
Okay,
Hall.
thank you. Chris, you know, the effort you put into this project was above and beyond the call of duty, and all of us in all the districts appreciate the effort you went through to make sure it was successful. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Few announcements. The installation of our newly elected officers will take place immediately following the close of this meeting. Also coming up in about 3 months is the Toastmaster International Convention, August 19th to 22nd in Vancouver, Canada. This is a wonderful opportunity to meet Toastmasters from around the world. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge some truly dedicated Toastmasters who spent so many hours ensuring that District 212 is off to a successful start. Starting with Jim Cooley, who put together this entire 212 transition team and guided us along the way. The committee chairs, Chris Poole, Robert Wall, Jim Vitano, and Tom Rosgum. And plus all the Toastmasters today who helped ensure that we conducted a professional district council meeting. You are all appreciated. We have completed the approved order of business on our agenda. As a reminder, the installation of officers will follow the close of this meeting. Since there is no further business, the business meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.